Yo, welcome back to another video. This is gonna be the last video of the day. Anyways, let's get right into it. Here we go.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of the Red Brand, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including: is WWE prepping fans for a Brock Lesnar comeback? Why Jay refused to talk to Jimmy Uso? AJ Styles is cooked. Teddy Long says Goldberg should go to NXT, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. As always, we won't recap the show, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, more build for Crown Jewel. The WWE isn't wasting time hyping Crown Jewel's 2 champion versus champion matches, and given how much dough the WWE is getting from Saudi Arabia for the show, it's likely they've been strongly encouraged to provide a big build. The WWE varied things up by giving Cody and Gunther an in-ring war of words, while the WWE used Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez's surprise appearance to hype Morgan versus Nia Jax. Number 2, good use of SmackDown crossovers. Last night's appearances from SmackDown superstars Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, and Cody Rhodes added much to last night's Raw without taking too much time away from the Red Brand's regular stars. The unlikely pairing of Tiffany Stratton and Rhea Ripley, along with an appearance by Nia Jax, shook the show up, as did the segment between Cody and Gunther. Number 3, Gunther, good luck to me. But does Gunther need a mouthpiece? At one point it looked like his apparent lack of promo skills was hindering his push as an elite level superstar, but that seems to have changed since he won the world title, with Gunther showing a talent for backhanded compliments that hit like an iron fist in a velvet glove. Last night was no different, as Gunther expressed his respect for Cody, then followed up with a scathing critique of the American Nightmare. I mean, it shows Gunther's positivity, as all he could say about Cody Rhodes is that there's nothing negative to say. But there was a lot of truth to what Gunther said about Cody when he said a person who is everyone's friend is a real friend to no one, then lambasted Cody for his problems with Kevin Owens. Gunther demanded Cody to bring his best version of Crown Jewel, then shook Rhodes' hand with one last shot as he said, good luck to me. Gunther's schmucky comments are just what is needed to round out his act, and he has everything he needs to jump to becoming a megastar. Number 4, Xavier in no rush to confront Breakker. Bron Breakker's post-match beatdown on Kofi Kingston was to be expected, but Xavier Woods' reluctance to help his longtime New Day partner wasn't. Only the timely arrival of Jey Uso saved Kofi from possible injury, a situation which has fans asking how much longer before Woods abandons Kofi. Number 5, another solid women's tag title match. It looks like the WWE is finally spending time with its women's tag division, not only adding more teams to the mix, such as the recent additions of NXT's Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, but it's helped freshen up current champs Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill's choice of challengers. Damage Control versus Belair and Cargill was a classic example of making both the challengers and the champions look very strong. A Damage Control might have won, but Jackson and Legend's distraction was enough to ensure that the champions prevailed, setting things up for both a rematch between the two teams and a future match between Damage Control and the NXT team. Number 6, Miz and Final Testament intrigue. Last night's Miz vs R-Truth match was another case of a bout being nothing more than a storytelling tool for something much bigger. While Truth fans will always enjoy seeing him in the ring and scoring a win as he did last night, this one was about Karrion Kross's creeping corruption of The Miz as the A-lister joined the Final Testament in a post-match attack on Truth, hinting that he'll soon join the group. Number 7, fun main event. Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton may be the WWE's oddest pairing since Dude Love and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nonetheless, it helped further Rhea's war with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. It teased Tiffany's babyface turn, and it definitely hyped Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. And painting a picture. Did the WWE use optics to contrast the stark differences between Ripley and Tiffany Stratton? Watching the two unlikely partners stand next to each other with Rhea adorned in dark colors and Tiffany in bright colors gave anyone watching an immediate impression of how the two superstars conflicted with each other, kinda like Barbieheimer. Coincidence, or has the WWE elevated its use of visuals even further to enhance its storytelling? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. But that was a good. What about the bad? Is number 1, sad to see Alpha Academy jobbing Otis. He deserves better. Last night's match between the returning War Raiders and Alpha Academy's Otis and Akira Tozawa was obviously designed to help push Eric and Ivar after their extended absences. But sadly, it just showed how lost Otis is right now on the Red Brand, a situation unlikely to change anytime soon given Raw's temporary 2-hour format. That was nothing downright ugly, although this week's show didn't flow as smoothly as last week, despite Creative now having a week's experience with a new abbreviated format. It was still a strong show that forwarded storylines and hyped Crown Jewel's 2 inter-brand bouts. What do you guys think of the Red Brand this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now our first story looks at is WWE prepping fans for Brock Lesnar comeback. On top of today's news is Brock Lesnar returning to WWE. Lesnar, who's been absent from the WWE since he was indirectly mentioned in Janelle Grant's lawsuit allegations against McMahon, Laurinaitis and WWE, might be coming back if speculation proves true. While Lesnar is not named in the lawsuit, a mention of a former UFC champion in the lawsuit apparently led to putting the Beast incarnate on ice. But that may be changing as the WWE mentioned Brock's nickname twice without specifically mentioning him. During his discussion with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, Seth Rollins asked for a match with Bronson Reed, reminding Pearce that he's slain beasts and conquered kings. Cody Rhodes even referenced Lesnar during his exchange with Gunther, as the American Nightmare told Gunther that while the ring general has transformed into a beast, he's already conquered beasts, a potential reference to Cody's 2023 trilogy against Brock Lesnar. The WWE rarely puts anything on TV unless he has a payoff down the road. The WWE Universe has seen too many examples of the most subtle of clues turning into major storylines down the road, and Raw's 2 mentions of a beast have fans believing it's no coincidence. The only question now is when he'll return. Next up, why Jey refused to talk to Jimmy. Why did Jey Uso turn down Jimmy Uso's request to talk with him on last night's Raw? The current Intercontinental Champion made it clear to Jimmy he has no interest in talking, but as we're about to explore, this could be the setup for an explosive angle playing out at Survivor Series. Jey Uso has many reasons not to talk to Jimmy, including Jimmy betraying him during main event Jey's Undisputed Championship match last year, not to mention Jimmy making Jey's life miserable after Jey left SmackDown for Raw. Nonetheless, like other fans believe, it's inevitable that the Bloodline will reunite. Jey has hinted at this in interviews, but like anything in wrestling, it's rare that promoters don't keep fans guessing how things will play out. This will be no different, and it wouldn't surprise us if Jey waits until Survivor Series War Games to help Roman and Jimmy in what is expected to be a Bloodline vs Bloodline War Games match. Next up, big things ahead for Joe Hendry. Will 2025 be the year Joe Hendry reaches the top of the mountain? A recent tweet from Hendry along with a report from Fightful Select has led to rumblings that Joe's career is ready to skyrocket. When a fan tweeted that Joe Hendry has become irrelevant, Hendry fired back that the fan's tweet won't age well in the next 4 months. Naturally, Hendry fans wondered whether Joe knows something that they don't. Hendry is a featured player on both NXT and TNA television. He's seen his fanbase grow as he's been placed in several high-profile matches. Rumor has it that Joe might even appear at the 2025 Royal Rumble, and while he's not expected to win, Fightful Select reports that 2025 is shaping up nicely for Hendry as he's taking on Nick Nemeth in a TNA World title match that numerous people in the company have pushed for him to win. The Fightful report added, those we've spoken to in TNA say that Hendry looks to be a focal point in their show in 2025, despite the buzz and attention going towards Hendry and the Royal Rumble today. TNA sources also claim that Hendry's contract with the company runs at least until late 2025. What do you guys think of Joe Hendry? Do you think there are big things coming his way? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, AJ Styles is cooked. Now some fans are still in doubt whether AJ was hurt during his SmackDown bout against Carmelo Hayes, but the Phenomenal One is making it clear he is really hurt. Styles responded to a fan who questioned the injury's validity. It's called a Liz Frank injury. Look it up, it sucks. I thought when I took off my boot, I would have a bone sticking out of my foot. AJ also put things in simple terms after a fan pointed out how serious Liz Frank injuries are, giving examples of how NFL players' seasons have been ended by similar injuries. Bingo, as the kids say, I'm cooked. No current word on recovery time, but we're sending AJ the best for a fast and full recovery. Next up, Teddy Long says Goldberg should go to NXT. Now, is Goldberg going to face Gunther following their heated confrontation at Bad Blood? Well, that remains to be seen, but Hall of Famer Teddy Long believes that WWE should send Goldberg to NXT before he returns to the ring after a lengthy absence. Long spoke with Sportskeeter's WrestleBinge, suggesting if they want to do something with him and Gunther, then let him go to NXT. Let him stay down there 2 or 3 weeks, get the rust off him, work with Shawn and some of those guys down there that know what they're doing. You know what I mean? And get it right. Long talked about how this could help prevent a disaster like Goldberg's 2019 Showdown match against The Undertaker, where both superstars nearly ended each other's careers by bungling their respective finishers. Last but not least, 2 legends retiring in the same week. Now many things are predetermined in wrestling, which is why fans take notice when something big happens by coincidence, such as the case with the upcoming retirements of 2 wrestling icons. WrestleOps tweeted, John Cena and Hiroshi Tanahashi will both be retiring the same week. Cena December 31st, 2025 and Tanahashi January 4th, 2026. The 2 retirements will mark the end of an era in North America and Japan as each wrestler changed the industry in their own way, leaving behind a legacy that will be talked about for decades. But there you have it, folks. I will look at Raw as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave a comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all.